the Black excellence debate that still shapes Black empowerment today. What if the most important struggle in Black history was not fought on plantations or battlefields, but in classrooms, newspapers, and the minds of Black thinkers? What if the real question was never whether Black people deserved freedom, but how Black liberation should be achieved? This is the historic intellectual clash between Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois, two giants of Black thought whose debate shaped Black empowerment in America, defined the future of Black education, economic self-reliance, and civil rights, and sent intellectual shockwaves far beyond the United States. One argued that Black progress would come through economic independence, vocational training, and strategic patience. The other insisted that education, political agitation, and immediate equality were non-negotiable. Both fought for Black dignity, both envisioned freedom, but their disagreement split a generation and ultimately helped birth Pan-Africanism, influence Kwame Nkrumah, and shape the philosophy behind African unity and decolonization. In this video, we trace how this debate moved from America to Africa, how Du Bois's ideas found a home in Ghana, and how Nkrumah transformed Black intellectual resistance into a continental liberation movement. If you care about Black excellence, Black history, Pan-African thought, and the future of Africa, you're in the right place. This is My Blackness 100. Like the video, share it with your community, drop your thoughts in the comments, and hit the notification bell so you never miss content that strengthens Black consciousness and collective power. Their names were Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois, and this was not just an American debate. Their ideas crossed the Atlantic, they reshaped African consciousness, they influenced Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's first president. They helped ignite Pan-Africanism as a global movement. Stay with us until the end, because this story concludes in Accra, Ghana, where W.E.B. Du Bois chose to spend his last days not in exile, but in triumph on African soil. Welcome to My Blackness 100, where Black excellence is intentional, Black empowerment is strategic, and our global story is told without apology. Two paths toward Black power. To understand Black empowerment, we must confront an uncomfortable truth. Black people have never lacked vision. What we have debated fiercely is strategy. In the shadow of slavery's collapse, Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois came of age in the same brutal reality. Lynching was routine, segregation was law, Black life was cheap, fragile, and constantly under threat. They witnessed the same violence, the same humiliation, the same stolen possibilities, but they drew very different conclusions about how Black people should survive, rise, and win. This was not a disagreement about freedom, it was a disagreement about timing, tactics, and power. Booker T. Washington, power through economic mastery. Booker T. Washington believed Black liberation would be built quietly, patiently, and from the ground up. His philosophy was simple but calculated. Before demanding equality, Black people must become economically indispensable. He urged Black communities to master trades and vocational skills, build farms, workshops, and businesses, create tangible economic value, avoid provoking violent retaliation from white power structures. Washington believed that wealth could do what protest could not, force respect. In his famous Atlanta Compromise speech, he argued that Black people should temporarily accept segregation, focus on economic strength, and postpone direct political confrontation. In his view, power earned through productivity would eventually make injustice unsustainable. This approach won him powerful white allies and funding, enabling the rise of Tuskegee Institute, where thousands of Black men and women were trained in practical skills. To Washington, dignity was not loud, it was disciplined.
It was built through labor, self-sufficiency, and quiet accumulation of power. But not everyone agreed that waiting was wisdom, and not everyone believed freedom could be postponed without cost. This disagreement would ignite one of the most consequential debates in Black history. W.E.B. Du Bois, Power Through Knowledge and Resistance. W.E.B. Du Bois rejected compromise without hesitation. To him, the idea of waiting for justice was not strategic, it was dangerous. Du Bois understood a hard reality. Justice delayed is justice denied, and delay always favors the oppressor. He argued that political rights are not negotiable. Segregation is not temporary policy, it is moral theft. Black people deserve full intellectual development, not lowered expectations. Leadership must be forged by an educated, politically conscious Black vanguard. He called this leadership class the talented 10th, not as an elite detached from the masses, but as a shield and spear for collective Black advancement. Where Booker T. Washington preached patience, Du Bois demanded urgency. Where Washington focused on survival, Du Bois focused on liberation. Where Washington avoided confrontation, Du Bois named power, challenged it, and exposed its lies. This ideological collision did more than shape early civil rights thinking. It set the blueprint for every Black freedom debate that followed, and its echoes are still with us today. Black excellence is not a motivational quote. Here is where many modern conversations collapse. This debate was never about right versus wrong. It was about strategy under oppression. Washington laid economic foundations. Du Bois built political and intellectual firepower. History delivers a sobering lesson. Oppression doesn't disappear when you succeed. It adapts. Wealth without rights can be confiscated. Skills without power can be exploited. Success without protection can be erased. Du Bois grasped what many still overlook. Without political agency, Black excellence remains exposed. Achievement alone does not secure freedom. Power does. And this realization pushed his thinking beyond America. Du Bois and the global Black struggle. Du Bois recognized early that Black oppression was not local, it was global. Jim Crow in America, colonial rule in Africa, plantation economies in the Caribbean. Different locations, same system, same logic of extraction, control, and silence. This insight transformed Du Bois into one of the chief architects of Pan-Africanism, the belief that people of African descent share a linked destiny and must unite politically, economically, and culturally to break global systems of domination. Beginning in 1900, Du Bois helped organize Pan-African congresses, bringing together African and diaspora leaders to confront colonial rule and racial exploitation, African self-determination, and global Black unity and political coordination. Du Bois warned that Africa could never be free while fragmented by colonial borders and governed by foreign interests. Among those listening carefully was a young African student studying abroad, absorbing these ideas with quiet intensity. His name was Kwame Nkrumah. Du Bois and Nkrumah, when ideas became power. Kwame Nkrumah did not simply study W.E.B. Du Bois, he internalized him. Through Du Bois's writings, Nkrumah grasped a radical truth. Freedom delayed is freedom denied, whether in Alabama or on the African continent. He learned that political independence must be immediate, not negotiated into eternity. Colonialism doesn't reform itself, it must be confronted. Africa's future depends on unity, not inherited division. So when Ghana broke free in 1957, Nkrumah made a declaration that shook the world. The independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked to the total liberation of Africa. That single sentence distilled Pan-Africanism to its essence. Nkrumah's relentless push for African unity, a continental political vision, economic self-reliance, and resistance to neo-colonial control was Du Bois's intellectual framework translated into state policy. What had once lived in essays and conferences now lived in a nation. Du Bois' final choice, coming home. In 1961, W.E.B. Du Bois made a decision that unsettled America and electrified Africa. He did not leave the United States for a tour. He did not go as a diplomat. He left for good. At the invitation of Kwame Nkrumah, Du Bois relocated permanently to Accra, Ghana, to lead work on the Encyclopedia Africana, a project meant to reclaim African history from centuries of colonial distortion. But this move was not merely academic, it was a statement. After a lifetime of being watched, questioned, and constrained in America, Du Bois chose Africa as his final ground of belonging.
In Ghana, he found honor instead of suspicion, belonging instead of marginalization, and purpose instead of endless protest. By settling in Accra, Du Bois transformed Pan-Africanism from an idea into a lived reality. When he died in 1963, he was buried on African soil. On the very day his death was announced, Martin Luther King Jr. addressed the March on Washington. 2 continents, 1 struggle, 1 unbroken legacy. The blueprint for Black empowerment today. This debate did not end with Du Bois and Washington. It lives inside today's hardest questions: economic empowerment or political resistance, entrepreneurship or protest, representation or ownership, individual success or collective liberation. The answer is not choosing sides. The answer is integration. True Black excellence must be economically powerful, politically conscious, intellectually grounded, culturally confident, and globally connected. Du Bois teaches us to demand justice. Washington teaches us to sustain progress. Together, they offer a complete strategy for liberation. If this video expanded your understanding of Black excellence, Black empowerment, and Pan-African history, take action right now. Like this video so Black knowledge reaches more people. Subscribe to My Blackness 100 for uncompromising Black history and empowerment content. And comment below whose philosophy speaks more to this generation, Du Bois or Washington? Share this with someone who believes Black history is small, because our story is global, our excellence is deliberate, and our liberation is still unfolding. This is My Blackness 100.